The 3 seed in this region is Michigan.
I'm Wes Fromm here with head coach Tom Kearly as we head into Week 11. We got a Week 11, coach, 11th game of the season. First, let's talk about the Lake Erie game. He finished it up. He went 9-1 and a big win, 59-14.
It was, Wes. We played real well early. I think we scored. I think every time we had the football in the first half, a couple of them were field goals, but we gave up a big play. Their back hit us, and so we go down and get the first one, and they came right back in 2 or 3 plays, and it's 7-7 from about 75 yards out. But to our kids' credit, they came right back and got another one with same setup, Tyler to Brandon, and then from there we played very well.
Defensively, you held them to 14 points, got some takeaways, and you gave up 270 yards to that back, but he only scored twice, and that was an accomplishment. He scored 27 times coming in. Right.
We held him to 14 points. I think as low as they've been held. I think somebody else held him at 14. We did bend a little bit, but didn't break. And I thought. Overall, we I don't want to say you kept him. I mean, how can you say you kept him contained when he had that kind of yardage? But we did keep him in front of us for the most part. And after that first quarter, then I think we did a pretty good job on him.
Talk about the play of Charlie Leffingwell once again. Chewed up the yardage, over 100 yards again, and got in the end zone a couple more times.
We played both backs. Charlie, had a good football game. Kevin Miller came in, I think, scored twice. That was one of the focuses going into the week, was we wanted to make sure we could, stay patient with our run game. Felt that we could eventually, control the line of scrimmage, and I think we did that. And then, once you can do that, if you can control the line of scrimmage offensively and run the football, then good things usually happen.
Able to get that big lead at halftime, extended a little bit early in the second half, and then able to get some different guys some action. And I'm sure it's good to get, especially those seniors, get them some reps in there that normally maybe not get a lot of time in there.
Right, we did. We the second quarterback, got 2 full series. The second offensive line, some of our younger kids defensively. We had that 3 or 4 minute spurt there in the second half, where we fumbled the kickoff and hold them, did a nice job defensively, and then second play offensively put the ball on the turf, which put the ball on the 8 or 9 yard line, and they got one. But from there on, then we closed it out quite well.
Well, you went 9-1. You joined the elite group of Michigan Tech football teams to get into that 9 wins. I think we're the 4th team in school history to do that. Talk about what that means.
Well, like I said, there's only 4 times that it's happened, in the history of the school. But there's never been one where there's 10, and that's the one we presented to the football team yesterday in our meeting. Was you got a chance to be the first team ever in the history of school to win 10 football games.
We had a very good regular season, and you're hoping, obviously, to get in the playoffs. You found out Sunday evening that you did, in fact, make the playoffs for the second time in school history. You've got Angelo State now coming in. What do we know about them?
Well, we're learning every day as we watch the film. We've got the full film exchange, so we've seen every ball game that they've had, and, of course, they on us. But, they're very explosive. You look at their scores, and there's a lot of 40s, being put up there. No one's really stopped them. I don't think they've had less than 30 in any ball game. The quarterback's the key. He's their leading rusher, plus thrown for 25 to 3,000 yards. So we know if you get into the playoffs, you're not going to play a football team that's not good. So we understand that.
How about the home field advantage and what that will mean for us?
Well, we hope it does. We'd rather play here than there. But it's still once the kickoff comes, then it's still the same width, same length. It's a team that's going to play better football, makes the fewest mistakes, executes all the little things, the cliches, if you would, that's going to determine whether or not we get a W or an L.
When you look across this team, there's no real superstars on this team for the Huskies. Just a lot of very solid players all over the field. How would you describe this team and what they've been able to do?
Well, it is. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of honors, with individuals, because you're right. It's been a kind of a lunch bucket, blue collar type football team. We have a quarterback that's good, really good. We think he's great. that's led us. He started for 4 years, and in any level, any level of football, if you've got a Q, you got a chance. And then we've done a good job with our offensive line blocking. We've got a senior running back that runs hard. Defensively, we got a pair of ends that are 3 and 4 year starters that anchor that unit. We've got a couple linebackers that are pretty good, and our secondary is pretty veteran. So, we've done a good job. Our kids have of making sure that each week we're playing hard.
Well, you have an opportunity to do something that no team in school history has ever done. That's get the 10 wins, and another thing would be win a playoff game. We're looking forward to the Saturday game, Coach.
Well, there are a couple great goals, and we'll show up. That noon early time, that's fine with us. We'll play at 8 o'clock in the morning if they'll let us. So thanks, Wes.